Hello, you're watching News9 Live. A lot of excitement and drama in Karnataka considering the elections are knocking at the door and rather very loudly. So look at it. It looks like the JDS has finally been able to resolve the Hassan ticket conundrum with Bhavani Revanna yet again made to sit at the sidelines. JDS has given the ticket to former MLA, late HS Prakash's son, HP Swaroop. The issue on Hassan seat revolved around the ambition of HT Devegowda's daughter-in-law Bhavani Revanna. The brothers, HT Kumaraswamy and HT Revanna, were at loggerheads over ticket being offered to Bhavani. However, there seems to be some kind of a compromise worked out with HT Devegowda, the patriarch who intervened in the matter. Devegowda, HT Kumaraswamy, HT Revanna, and of course Bhavani Revanna held a mega roadshow in Hassan in a show of unity by the Gowda family. Bhavani said that she wholeheartedly supports the candidature of HP Swaroop. And to spoke more on the issue, we are now being joined by Mahesh Chitnis, who's my colleague, and of course we shall also be joined by Professor Chambi Puranik, who is a political analyst. First to Mahesh Chitnis. Mahesh, this happens, it's like a soap opera. It happens year after year. Every time you will see the Gowda family fighting. So the thing is that it is something that they cannot get over, because one has read so many reports, you know, once again them fighting because of tickets. So it's become very routine. Do you think people even take them seriously now? I mean, of course, not as political candidates, but this whole fight. Can you hear me, Mahesh? I think my colleague can't hear me, you know, right now. I'll go to him in a bit. But in the studio also, my colleague Krishna Kumar has joined us. Krishna, tell me something. Like I was asking Mahesh, every time there is this Karnataka elections, we hear the great Gowda family saga, you know, starring Devegowda, Kumaraswamy, Revanna. So it's become like it's on a repeat mode all the time.
Absolutely.
You know, people are fed. I mean, our colleagues who filed reports, they say people are very tired of this. They say, when will this stop?
Yeah. And also it's coming at a very crucial stage for JDS as a party this time around. The only difference is that last time, in all previous elections, there was never a question of the relevance of JDS in Karnataka politics per se. Now you have big players, BJP and Congress, fighting tooth and nail. JDS has to prove itself to stake its claim to that southern Karnataka, Gowda, Vokaliga vote bank that they are famous for. And hence, you know, in such a crunch situation, I'm guessing the tempers are flaring, and you know, we've seen even the daughter-in-laws, you know, have a go at each other. The wives of HT Kumaraswamy and Revanna,
Krishna, that makes it a complete TV soap opera.
Absolutely, it's a complete TV soap opera. That's what's going on. You know, so
right.
you have the father, you're the patriarch, the two sons, and the two wives of the two sons
Bahus.
involved, and the two bahus of the house also involved. So
yes.
This is a royal family mess. The only hope is that every single time in the previous elections, they've managed to sort it out just when election time comes. The hope is that this time also they're able to do that. Otherwise, they'll have major issues in trying to snare their vote bank.
Right. Also joining me is Professor Chambi Puranik, who's a well-known political analyst. Professor Puranik, I just want to ask you that, you know, lovely smile there, Professor. Great to see you after a long time. Thank you so much. Professor Puranik, I just want to ask you that this drama, it unfolds every time, you know, you see this. But ultimately, what really matters is that the people of Hassan and also surrounding, you know, district should be happy about it. Tell me something. You think this time it was advantage Kumaraswamy, because, you know, the patriarch is turning 90, I say. So do you think it was Kumaraswamy whose voice was the loudest in the Gowda family when he said, let Swaroop fight the elections?
Yeah, I think right from the beginning, Kumaraswamy has realized that the kind of dynastic hold or the family-centric kind of, you know, seat distribution led by them and 7 or 8 people of their family, they are all there. Whether they are having a position of a legislator or not, you know, I think the whole family is well knit. I mean, personally, I know Devegowda much more than HP Kumaraswamy. I have interacted with him. He always feels that as a family, they have a legitimate claim to serve the, wishes of the people of Karnataka, and they are not ashamed of they think that it is family-centric party or dynasty because Congress party itself is not free from that limit. Or even BJP also has given tickets to relatives, brothers, widows, wives, sisters, and all that. So therefore, now coming to your sharp focus on Devegowda family, they decide in the family, and Bhavani, she wanted to take revenge against Pritam Gowda, who humiliated her when she was she was chief of Hassan Panchayat, Jilla Panchayat, and all that. That is a personal kind of thing. Even today, Pritam Gowda commands a lot of clout there in that particular area.
True.
Because Gowdas themselves, there are subsets which are very strong in terms of their loyalty and the kind of support they give and all that. So therefore, that's one. Second thing is, that this is the last opportunity for Mr. Devegowda as a senior patriarch and also a builder of the party. He wants to hand over reins to Kumaraswamy and also the Karyakartas. And this thing, a particular point Kumaraswamy has been conveying to the people of Karnataka for the last 2 months. The Karyakartas will get benefit now, and we will work for Karyakarta. And then, the first thing is they have appointed CM Ibrahim Muslim as the party president. So I think they have some kind of connect with the minorities much more than the Congress, because Congress has disillusioned Muslims in terms of its national level support to the minorities in there, especially in Karnataka. They know that the votes are going to be divided, and it's the best opportunity for non-controversial Devegowda to attract Muslims also. So Muslims, Vokaligas, OBCs, and also even to some extent some 10% Lingaites. Ainur Manjunath is joining them.
Yes.
Yediyurappa's relative Santosh is joining them. They are all getting tickets. Even Akhanda Srinivasmurthy, who is a Dalit, who has been denied ticket by Congress in spite of having his house being burnt and all that, and the person who created record of the largest number of votes which he won for Congress, today he has been denied a ticket, because of the infighting or whatever the kind of prejudices that.
And also, I mean, he's also kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, his name was also there in one of the riots, so I guess Akhanda Srinivasa Murthy is a bit of a tainted character, but you're right, he created a record. Let me come back to you, Professor Puranik. Mahesh Chitnis has also joined us now. Mahesh, tell me something. This, I was telling Krishna, that this saga of the Gowda family, it unfolds every time. It's like a soap opera. Two daughters-in-law are also Anita and, Bhavani. They are also involved in this. Tell me, this time both the BJP, for reasons which are best known considering that it has had a lot of drama during ticket distribution, and of course the Congress, they are going to leave no stone unturned when it comes to Hassan, and the several of the districts. Do you think if JDS continues to do this, putting the family before everything, it's going to impact their vote base? I think we have to go. We'll wait for Mahesh Chitnis. Seems to be some kind of a technical glitch. Krishna Kumar, would you like to take that question? Do you think, because I was reading reports, a lot of people who who sell tea, rickshawalas, they are all saying, enough of this family thing. What happens then is that there is a perception that the Gowdas are only going to concentrate or focus on the family and do nothing for the people.
No, absolutely. It is something that they would not want at this stage. And also, especially talking about the history that you mentioned, it's not new.
Yeah.
It happens in Karnataka every single time with the JDS and the family before the elections, because there's always a struggle for the largest share of the pie that JDS is able to snare. And people definitely are, will be exhausted, because let's face it, this Karnataka election is an extremely high stakes election. We've seen Congress and BJP throw, everything at each other. There's so many defections that are going on. The Karnataka, people of Karnataka are wondering, which party to trust in the first place. JDS, has a very strong voter base in the old Mysuru region. So this kind of last minute wrangling with the family members is exhausting. It's surreal, the fact that it goes on for so many decades, and there are very few answers left. So I think that's the problem over here. I don't think it's a problem that is solvable by even Devegowda. Right. Devegowda probably can solve some national level problems and Karnataka level problems, but he certainly seems to not be able to find a final solution for the problems within his own family.
Right. Professor Puranik, of the 51 seats which are spread over Ramanagara, Mandya, Chikkaballapur and Kolar, etc., Vocaligas and Muslims being the dominant group, the JDS won 20 seats in 2018, followed very closely. You know, that's what is something to be really addressed, followed very closely by the Congress, which won 18, and the BJP, which won 12. Now the thing is that the patriarch is 90 years old. You know, both his sons, Revanna and Kumaraswamy, I mean, it's an open secret, well-known secret, the way they fight. Now it all came out in the open with Prajwal trying to manage it, with Nikhil trying to manage it, with Suraj being involved. Do you think that they are taking it very easy, Professor Puranik, or you think they are very sad because it's a Vocaliga bastion?
No, I think, apart from Kumaraswamy being very serious to stand by Karyakartas, it is the pressure from the daughters-in-law. That is something which Mr. Devegowda is not in a position to resolve. For the sake of Hassan's seat, definitely, his health and also perhaps his appeal to his daughter-in-law, Bhavani, perhaps that must have made them to lie low and wait for the opportunity to emerge as the deciding factor or kingmaker or the kind of whatever that assembly or fragmented verdict that was there. So they say that we are going to get 113 or 115. That is impossible because they are, overestimating themselves. But
why do you say that,
said,
Professor?
In the Vocaliga belt, definitely there is a kind of attachment to Mr. Devegowda. And many of the Vocaliga leaders who matter very much in different constituencies, whom I know, because I also hail from Old Mysore, they say that this is the last chance for Mr. Devegowda to guide and see that the party gets its stability or continuity, relevance into Karnataka politics. So therefore, today, the last 2 days, if you see the kind of rush to Mr. Devegowda's house or Kumaraswamy's place, to get tickets, all those who are denied tickets both by BJP and Congress, itself shows that they are going to affect both Congress and BJP in a big way. That's why I said the deciding factor will be Mr. Kumaraswamy on May 13th, when the results come. How much of clout he will have. That's the kind of guesswork that will be. It's very unfortunate that the people of Karnataka who wanted a stable government, preferably, BJP because of double engine advantage and all that. And that particular advantage is now missing for the last 2-3 days. The developments of Shettar and Lakshmana Sawadhi and many others leaving BJP and Congress. So therefore, there is a fluid situation. But as you said, people are averse to this family domination. But still, the loyalty of Vocaligas, who think that it is the only party where our interests are protected and our identity is well preserved, because of Mr. Devegowda's strong foundation to JDS as a party, regional party, and also common people, many of them, poor people, they think that they are going to deliver goods or benefits and all that. But how? Right. Without being in power. But there, Kumaraswamy will play that role on the basis of some kind of adjustment or compromise in some of the states also. So he has kept his doors open. He says we will not align with anybody or start coalition and all. That's all. Right. Only for public consumption.
Professor, there is one more name which is, echoing very, very loudly in Hassan, and that being of Siddaramaiah. I'm not talking about, he's not that caste, but then his, if I may use the word, rival in the Congress party, D.K. Shivakumar is. So, one can't really see. There was a time when you say Hassan district, when you say, okay, this is going to the Gowdas, whether it is Preetham or whether it is HDK. But this time around, can you discount the presence of Siddaramaiah? You never know which way the the wind blows to a great extent. Do you think that people may this time around, pick for a different alternative, as it were?
Siddaramaiah definitely has, I think, a good image, in terms of Old Mysore, and is considered as a very prominent leader of the OBCs and all that. That particular climb, I don't think anybody can challenge and all that. But Mr. Devegowda also has worked with Siddaramaiah. He knows, how to checkmate Mr. Siddaramaiah in the Vocaliga belt or the Old Mysore area. In the Hassan particular, even today, it is difficult even for Congress as well as for the JDS, Kumaraswamy or Devegowda, to see that the Preetham Gowda's success on election is not in favor of him. They are working very hard for that. The appeal, blood is thicker than water. That is most true in the case of JDS party. You know, that loyalty factor is a very strong bond which Mr. Devegowda is nourished, and people have identity with Devegowda as the prominent leader of Okarika, the Samijis, and all other religious fasts attached to the JDS party. Definitely, in this art part, they would prefer to go with JDS and Devegowda than with either Congress or BJP, though D.K. Shivakumar hopes to become Chief Minister, but it is very difficult because the kind of whatever the reality that is emerging in the last 1 week itself, it is very difficult even BJP to have the single largest party status. If that is the case, definitely Congress is not going to be the next. But ultimately, my hunch is that JDS is taking advantage of this by giving tickets. Not only they are going to divide, so you must know there are other parties like Aam Aadmi Party, or Janata Party, or OIC. All these people are going to cut into that first past the post. Who is going to win? That is the big question. You know?
Very interesting indeed. Yes, and Mahesh is Chitnis, my colleague, is back here, and let's Mahesh, tell me something. You know, I was asking Professor Chambi Puranik, and he is very sure that the Gowdas are on very, very strong wicket. Nothing is going to shake them. But is there a perception? Because see, voters age, their preferences changes. Yes, the Vokkaliga factor works. But do you think because of this Gowda saga, this family saga which keeps happening, do you think that their image has taken a beating? Will their bastion be weakened a bit? Is that the chink in their armor, as it were?
So the Hassan and Mandya are, the bastion of JDS so far. In Hassan, at least out of 7 seats, they control 6 seats. One is controlled by BJP's Pritam Gowda. And the entire saga, started in Jan when Bhavani Revanna first, expressed her interest to contest Hassan Assembly elections. I think the entire incident could have been handled in a better way, which could, reduce the impact of the dissidents within the family, which have been going around for more than 3-4 months now. But of course, at the end, it was Devegowda who took a final call and said, it's better to give a party ticket to a party worker who have worked for a long time, and it would be beneficial for the party to come out of this dynastic polity tag which the JDS has been carrying for long. But Bhavani Revanna has been aspiring to get a MLA ticket from the past 15 years. It's a battle of Bahus here, when the Choti Bahu has been elected twice as an MLA,
right,
and the Badi Bahu is not getting anything. That's unfair. That's what Bhavani Revanna has been bargaining. But she might have not agreed easily to let go the Hassan ticket. Of course, she might have bargained harder, and I'll not be surprised even if the JDS, fields her from the Mandya Lok Sabha candidate in 2024 upcoming assembly general elections. But now, as of now, whatever we saw today at the ground, HD Devegowda, the Revanna, Kumaraswamy, Bhavani Revanna, they were at least trying to put a united front.
Yes.
And
Yes,
Bhavani Revanna went on to say that she will ensure Swaroop's victory no matter what may come. But I think JDS will continue to hold majority votes in the Hassan district in the upcoming elections.
Mahesh, tell me something that when Swaroop's name was, this drama has been going on for almost a fortnight now. Do you think there was a time when everyone felt that, Mr. Devegowda, the patriarch, he was very helpless. He was wringing his hands in frustration. And later, the Swaroop's name became, final. Do you think that it was more victory Kumaraswamy, or you think no way, still Devegowda had a way there?
I think Devegowda had a way. Sir, Sudha, the issue started here is not basically because of, Bhavani demanding a ticket. The issue started here is because HD Kumaraswamy intervened in Hassan politics. See, since 2006, when Kumaraswamy became Chief Minister, there has been an internal understanding between the two brothers. you go and rule the state, I don't mind, but don't interfere in Hassan politics. So even when there were questions asked to Kumaraswamy why some people were being dropped, Kumaraswamy openly said that I don't know about Hassan politics.
Okay.
So when he intervened and said that Bhavani will not be the candidate and HP Swaroop will be the one, that's when the ego of Revanna family hurt badly. He said that, see boss, we are not intervening in any of the party matters, of course, apart from Hassan. So why are you doing it in brokerage, and, damaging the internal understanding that we had since 2006? So from then the issue started. Of course, it ended with Deve Gowda intervening and making a truce.
Right. So, Krishna, what happens is that it really reminds me of one of those Tamil socials. Remember old Gemini, two brothers fighting, Baga Pirivana, something like that, where you are fighting all the time for all the spoils and the good guy always wins. And in the elections, I think the good guy should win. What do you say?
Yeah, the best guy in this scheme of things has to be Mr. Deve Gowda, upon whom this entire JDS party is resting its hopes on. Let's face it.
Yeah.
They say, we had Professor Chambi Puranik tell on our show that, the more tears roll down from Deve Gowda's cheek, the more votes the Vocaligas are going to give them. So, Deve Gowda, even if he puts up a helpless face saying that, look, I'm trying my best to keep this family together. But look at them. Look at my sons, how they're behaving. Look at how my daughter-in-laws are behaving. What can I do?
Yeah.
Even that can fix the problem, at least from my perspective, because that's the kind of love and connect and support he has from his people.
Right, and on that note, many thanks are due to Professor Chambi Puranik and of course to Mahesh Chitnis and Krishna, to you. Many thanks. Completely run out of time, but what a riveting conversation, the saga of a family, that being Gowdas. For all the other news and analysis, keep watching News 9 Live.